What's happening, all you beautiful people? Your boy, the Vaslap, is in the building, ladies and gents. It is a transfer special. Now, just to give you guys a heads up, I didn't record the last bit of the season because I was so frustrated and angry. We'll get all of that into the video. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and all that jazz. Let me not delay you any further. Let's get to the game. And we're back into the game. Like I said, I didn't go through the end of the season. We did finish... Oh, this is new season. The season takeover has already happened. But we can have a look quick. We did finish 11th in the league. It's just behind my head. We finished 11th. We didn't have the best of end to the season. I was so angry and frustrated. Yeah, there was just basically a lot of losses and draws. And I was just so over it. To the point where we're doing something brand new. We're starting a brand new tactic. We're going to organize some friendlies. Haven't even done that. I've got 2 friendlies. We're going to pack them up a little bit more. But we are switching to the box. That's right. We are switching to the box. I have trimmed the squad down. This is all that is left. We will go through all the selling and buying of players that we have done. In the past, we've lost a lot of players in terms of... That guy's supposed to be there. We've lost a lot of players in terms of main squad players as well as other players. You will notice Del Torre is not in the starting 11 that I wanted. And so, yeah, this is basically the starting 11 that I've mapped out in this one. I know I've quickly just brushed aside the fact that I didn't show the final season, but it doesn't really matter. We can go through it. We are desperately in need of a new first-team goalkeeper. Marty is probably the best goalkeeper we have at the squad. He is on the bench, so I'm trying to find someone else. We also have Shian, who will be the 3rd choice goalkeeper. Fortunately, can't really sell him off. Our right back is Al Nazan for now. You know what? Actually, we can get a better right back, and I'll explain all the reasons why we need a new right back. Our centre backs, Al Abbas and Stevens, I feel are probably the best 2 that we have in the current squad. If I can find another centre back that's better than Al Abbas, we'll bring him in there. Al Abbas is also what I'm considering maybe putting him at right back, although his crossing of 4 is not great for the box system, which is kind of why he's settled in the midfield. Hakimi will be on the left as the wing back. He is, on paper, a little bit better than Al Najim, who is not a bad left back. I feel like in terms of the squad, the left back position is probably our strongest point. 30 games last season, an average rating of 7 with a goal. He had 16 games with a goal and at 7.03. I feel like I want to give Hakimi a little bit more time at the left-back position. In the midfield, we are looking for a new centre mid. We are going to be using Yelchin as the deep-lying playmaker. Can really play better as a regista, but in the box system, we don't really use the regista. So deep-lying playmaker is where he will be at. We are going to be using Hakawi as a backup centre mid option, although more comfortable as a DM, really. So kind of need another centre mid as well. So we kind of need 2 centre mids to pop in there. Attacking midfielder and striker is sort of an area where we're kind of comfortable enough that we have enough rotated players. Rashad and Gum, probably the best 2 to play in that position. We will have Al-Hathi and Sek in that position, although Sek might be someone I might look to move on if the right price comes in. Up front, we're going to go with Ahmed and Saad being there. And we can introduce you to the brand new player that's come in, Mohammed Abo Ad. Now, he looks absolutely fantastic. And I wouldn't put it past that he could potentially be better than Saad in maybe a year or 2 with the right development. He's 27 years old, but Saad just beats him on the physicals, which is why he starts there. He is literally just our utmost backup striker, and he was cheap. Well, when I say he was cheap, he was free. So that's where he kind of settles in there. We will be trying to find another striker as well. In terms of players that I'm trying to, head off, Abdullah is one of them. I just don't see him fitting in the squad this season coming forward. Didn't have a great season last season. The same with Al-Dasari. Honestly, we just don't know where he kind of fits into the squad. Being such a unique player that can play right wing back, left mid, left winger, attacking midfielder and right winger. It's just no, I don't really have a set position on him. And he is listed. Unfortunately, we can't get a value for him. Apparently, nobody wants to offer that amount of money. We have made some selling off of players. And we can have a look from last season. Of course, we'll go all the way here. We have sold a lot of players in terms of just trying to help the wage budgets and the transfer budgets. Most notably, Al Rahel went for a free transfer. His contract was expired. Shabani got us 3.8 thousand off to Al Shahi. Benar Saeed went to Radwa for 4.4. Then comes our first team sells. Sheikh Fall, remember our goalkeeper Sheikh Fall, £135,000. The Senegalese number 4 at our squad because of the foreign rule stuff. He had to be the sacrificial goat. Emile Legault went off for free. His contract was expiring to Al Kala, so he's off the books as well. That is a huge positive on us, especially with his transfer value and his weekly fees rather. Does help us a lot. Another one is Seymour, a goalkeeper we brought in that just didn't really do well for us. Spent most of the season injured anyway. He's out of the door. Al Amari, another player that I kind of didn't know where he fits in the squad. He is out the door as well. He's moved on. And then Mandheli, two defenders that have won on. Mandheli, probably not the worst out of the two, but he was so good for us last season as a backup option. But a big offer came in for him of, where did he go now? Of 175,000, couldn't reject it. And then Edgar De La Torre, didn't want to sell him, 475,000. The board intervened. They took up the offer because of our financial peril, apparently. And, I mean, he's already gone up to 1.2 million. He's gone to Hajar, who are playing in the Yellow League last season. They did not get promoted. They lost the playoff promo. So they're chilling up here with us. So, I mean, De La Torre on 3,500. That's what he wanted as well. And there was no way we could bring him in. We haven't signed anyone else yet. We are still very much looking at players. This is the whole squad. So you can see it is quite empty. 18 players, which means there is still space for 7 more players. So that looks like we're going to try and bring in, actually, minus these two, because these two are not going to be part of the first team. So we actually bring in 16. We've got 16 players. We need a squad of 25. So 9 players. Let's absolutely do it. In terms of what we've been looking at, we have shortlisted a couple of players. Unfortunately, none of them are interested. Let's actually talk about the foreign situation. We do have 5 foreign players, so we can bring in 1 more foreign player, possibly 2 if we let Sek go. And I keep saying possibly if we let Sek go because I kind of really want to bring Amand in. He is a centre mid that is really good and kind of fits the mold where we need him to be. Another player that I really want to bring in, but he's got absolutely no interest in coming to us, is Leonardo Martinez, a Mexican striker. Those are 2 players that I desperately want to try and get into the squad. We're going to try and figure a way to get them in there. Bensam Karim is a decent option as well if the others don't accept. Only issue is that he's not really suited to be a central midfielder because of his first touch, and the low stamina and teamwork does put up a little bit of a red flag for me in terms of that, but it's just unattainable because if you click on that, you can see none of them are interested in coming through to us. So in terms of what we need, once again, we need a goalkeeper. That is priority number 1. We need a right back, priority number 2. We need 2 centre backs, priority number 3. We need a centre mid, priority number 4. A second centre mid, priority number 5. And another striker, priority number 7. And then 3 luxury players. That's kind of where we're at the moment. 2 luxury players, rather. That is kind of where we're at the moment in terms of who we need to sign. I'll be back with some good news, hopefully, in a little bit. We also need to sort out some staffing issues. Yeah, we lost our chief scout. He moved on. We lost one of our physios, our head physio. He's moved on. We are going to be losing one of our coaches as well. He's going to move on soon. So I'll try and sort all of that off camera. But yeah, we'll come back with any news in terms of transfers. Right, I said I'm coming back for transfers. I'm not. Unfortunately, Gum has decided he wants to leave. And almost instantly, a whole bunch of Brazilian teams have offered some money for him. There's some Saudi teams interested in him as well. I mean, the offers that are coming in for him, I want 500,000 or more. That is where we're at with this one. So I'm going to go through these offers. None of them are appealing. In fact, you know what? While I'm doing that, just reject them all. I don't want to actively sell him. So we're doing that. The rest of the guys you see here are potential transfer. Bu Hassan is a manager for the under-19s. Ike Ibegu is a chief scout and a chief physio. It's physio. We managed to keep our coach, by the way. He rejected the offer. But yeah, looks like Gum might be out the door. You can see I've rejected those, which does mean I'm going to try and keep him as much as possible. But if he does go, that does mean Sek will have to come in there and possibly launch a second foreign slot, which is, I suppose, nice. Oy vey. Well, we have some news. Al Hazam have signed Gum. Al Hazam, who are playing in the Pro League, have bought our midfielder for £500,000. It was his release clause for a team playing in the top flight football. He's already gone up to 1.5 million. This man is so good. We are going to lose him, which isn't great. But that does mean now we have a gap in the attacking midfielder role, which means we need to bring in more players. Oh my goodness. In terms of what we have in, haven't done much. We are still scouting. We can see we've done something. The scouts recommended we look at right backs and left backs. I don't know why. But in terms of players, these are the ones that they stand out. Hawasi, a South Korean Nigerian goalkeeper. Scout him. He could actually be not too bad. Where did he come from? Al Shula. Decent all run in Al Shula. Maybe he's the man to go for. Mohamed Salah is another one there, but he's a winger. We don't really use wingers. And Nanji here, more of a right mid than a centre mid. Yeah, I don't really recommend him. But you can see, if we go to just the recruitment focuses in general, Murabak is not great. Right backs, they haven't found anyone. Left backs, they've found a few. But again, it's not a position I'm really interested in, so I'm kind of just ignoring it. In the Yellow League, Colin Smith is a player that I had a look at. Could potentially be retrained as a centre mid. Don't think he's worth punting on that international slot. Dosari is someone that I have had a look at in the past. We can actually re-scout him. I don't know what happened to our scout reports on that one. There's a whole bunch of players that I removed scout reports. He might have been that one. And then Al Shiki, probably a last choice option for us. We desperately need players, guys, because at the moment, this is our entire squad, with Abdullah more than likely to stay and play as that extra midfielder that we kind of need. Not really a natural centre mid. Training as a centre mid. Might have to just step up, maybe even play as a backup centre back. I don't know. Yeah, I think that might probably be the play as a backup centre back for now, because at the moment, we just can't seem to find any good players. Well, guys, we found our Gum replacement. That's a weird thing to say. Jonathan is an Italian-Brazilian 18-year-old. Look at this man. Just look at him. He's so good, isn't he? He's good. He's good. Probably our best player in the squad at the moment. 18 years old. Professional personality. No real, other than his intelligence. He's really, really good. He fits into the squad. He's not the only signing we've done. We've also got ourselves a centre mid in Almer here. A Nigerian 25-year-old centre mid. Has all the qualities that we want to look for in a supportive midfielder. And, I mean, he just looks absolutely brilliant. Other than his low stamina, which we will obviously work on, he looks very, very good. Can play on the right-hand side. And he's not the only one. We also have a brand new goalkeeper, Hawasi here, Alboblast Hawasi, a Nigerian Saudi Arabian, so he does not count as a foreigner. Only issue, big matches. But, you know, we'll look past that. We just compare him to Marty, who was probably our best goalkeeper. You can see they're quite a little bit similar. The one thing that really helped me make my decision on whether I should go for him or stick with Marty is Hawasi. aerial reach of 14 is where it got it, and the command of the area helps me a lot. His one-on-ones is not great, though. That was not ideal, but I feel like with better composure, he could be a better goalkeeper. So he will be our number one for the season, which does mean now the first team is almost done. We're just looking for a right back to pop in there. Elsewhere, Fayed Al-Abbas picked up a fight. He wants to leave the club. He wants to go, and specifically, he wants to go to the team that's made a bid for him in Al-Akhud here, who play in the same league as us, which isn't ideal. It does mean we're going to be looking for a new centre-back, because we only have Abdullah as the backup option, who's a player that I don't really want him to be a backup option. So, yeah, that's not looking ideal. Again, just to clarify our foreign policy slots, that goes to Jonathan, Yelchin, Al-Saad Alma, and Sek and Stevens are all of our foreign players in the team, which means we are at capacity when it comes to foreigners. So the next few people that I sign have to be Saudi Arabians, unless we bring in there and we cash in on Sek, who's wanted by Al Qahood as well. The thing is, I don't really want to sell Sek to a team in the same division as us. The others I kind of want to keep. Ahmed, I desperately want to keep him. I also want to keep Al Harthi. I don't really want to sell him, and they're Saudi players, so it won't really make much of a difference. We're still looking at signing a couple more players. There's another 7 spots available in the squad. We have had a look at a couple of players. There is 1 or 2 rotation players that I am going to bring in, but I'm generally happy with what we have so far. In terms of rotation players, the one player that I do want to bring in that is not a local is... No, it wasn't Antonio. He was the goalkeeper that I had idea. I don't think I added him to my playlist. He's under the recruitment focuses in the 2nd division, I think. He is. There he is. Dualami. Yeah, a very good centre-back. I think could actually be a first-team starter for us if Al-Abbas leaves the club. Only his left foot isn't great, which doesn't really help us, but I could move Stevens to that side. He is an option. The other option is Al-Sharif here, who's also a right-handed side. Could also be a way to go in terms of centre-backs options. So yeah, expect a little bit more transfers, but expect only Saudi players, I guess. Right, guys, we have signed 2 new centre-backs. First one, Mohammed Marzouk. He is going to be a backup option on that left-hand side or right-hand side. Can play both. Decent little defender. Not expecting much from him. Another one, though, that I think we should be expecting a little bit more from is Sultan here, a right-footed centre-back. Probably not as good as De La Torre, but came from Ohad, has played in the Saudi Pro League. Decent little centre-back. Probably the best option that we could get. We are on the market for a few more players. We'll talk about them in a bit. Kardari, a fantastic right back, especially as a wing back on support. I like the looks of him. He could be very, very good for us at that right. Syrian, Saudi Arabian player. We also then have Al-Otaibi coming in as an option as the attacking midfielder. Another option there. Decent little player. I like the looks of him. 19 years of age. And then Matuk here, a striker who I feel could be a little bit of a sleeper. I feel like there's something about him at 26 years old. Can cut it in the leagues. He's been playing in the Saudi Pro Leagues. Hasn't scored a professional goal for a striker in 26 years old. We're going to give him that opportunity to really, really buckle down and get in there. So I will be back in a few days' time just to see if we can confirm these 3. There might be a signing or 2 in between. But so far, if I can get Qadari and these 3, I think our squad is then set for the league. Guys, we are back. We've made 2 more signings confirmed. Qadari is in the club, has played already 2 games for us as a off-season. Very, very good right back, the Syrian, Saudi Arabian. And then Al-Otabi, a luxury signing for us, a good, versatile centre mid attacking midfielder player. We're still waiting for Matik there, the extra striker in the squad. In terms of the squad, this is what we look like. This is how we are going to line up. This is pretty much the first team. Of course, Matik will come in as the spare striker, which we kind of need. We still need another centre mid. I think that might be a little bit of a priority as well. Just someone to rotate. We do have Otalabi who can play in there. And then maybe 2 more other players if Matanik doesn't join. I do have some youth players that I've been trying out, 16, 17-year-olds. Nothing really substantial, so we might not do much transfers as well, because we only have about 12,000 in the budget. We do have 13,000 available in terms of wage budget, but I do need to keep an eye out that we are starting to lose a little bit of money, the money that we've recuperated a little bit in terms of that. The other big issue that I'm getting at the moment is just the overall happiness of the players. It's gone up to average. It was poor earlier. It's gone up to average, which is nice. And then average team cohesion, obviously, brand new team really is going to start. But I think in terms of today's episode, I feel like this might be the end. There is still quite a bit of time left. There's about, 3 weeks left of the preseason. We've got our first game against Najran, who we will coming back next episode, and Al Tabak. Those are 2 games we have set in stone to be, and I feel like we can be doing well. You can see we have been scoring a lot of goals in preseason, which is great. Yes, ignore that 8-4 defeat there. Diego Jota, RIP. Still very, very good in this universe, but what a legend he is for Al Etikaf. But for us, we've got a couple more friendlies to go through. We got a couple of stuff I'm going to do off camera, but I feel like it's the end. We'll come back if we sign Matuk. Maybe we sign 1 or 2 others. You guys will find out next episode. With that being said, guys, I hope you like the video. Make sure you hit subscribe and, of course, get notified of all upcoming videos. I apologize. I didn't actually apologize at the beginning of the video for no episode on Wednesday. Really sorry about that. Just scheduling issues. I made a mistake. Simple as that. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're watching on Thursday, thank you. If you're not, any other day is cool. Appreciate all you guys. Hit that like button. Hit subscribe. Your boy, the Vaslap, is out of here. Peace and them chicken grease.